Hey everyone, this is Nephrite, and this is the Arsenal podcast number 52. And with us today we have Shadow Haxer.
My name is This Is Me, not Shadow
I
Haxer.
mean, this is
And
me,
my name is
sorry.
William, but heck, you can call me Shaps as well.
Right. We have right. Shadows, right? Will aka Shadows, some number.
Shadows of the gaming world, Yodosh.
No, so, but yeah, how you guys doing?
I'm feeling great.
Same here
Yeah.
as well. I mean, I just worked on doing a lot more research regarding to the another topic that we should not be discussing right now, but I don't know, probably in the future.
I just got
Right.
done finishing my basement after 3 months.
So it's finished,
Finally!
like finished, or almost.
Finished. We laid the carpet last night.
Wow.
Finished.
Congrats.
Well, not finished. I take it back. The consoles and everything are slowly but surely getting hooked up. But yeah, it's
Oh
looking
no, I'm
good.
talking about in terms of the basement itself. Get consoles, right? Like.
Oh yeah, it's done. Floors up, paint's up, lights up. It's good. Door frame. Did the frame earlier today. It's done.
Look at you. Just last year, like late last year, you bought your house,
Yes.
and now look at your basement is finished.
Feel like the Jeffersons moving on up. Got out of that ghetto.
You are moving on up. You're moving on up in Delaware, you know.
What?
Delaware. Nah, but yeah, I'm proud of you, man. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, same here as well. Same here.
Yeah, like I said, it's the pad's always open for people to crash and say what's going on. I was sad that I didn't get it done during the summer. I was trying to, but yeah, more money.
More money, more problem. Yeah, but,
That's damn
but
sure.
no, I'm glad to hear that, man. Will, what's up? What's been up with you, man? Besides,
Oh
topics.
man, I mean, for the most part, a lot of things. I mean, I actually got offered a full-time position on my side of CCA. I'm actually gonna be soon become a full-time social worker, or
cool.
yes. So and like just basically getting ready for the interview that's happening up in mid-September. And overall, yeah. I mean, I just came back with a friend talking about again the debacle that has happened recently, which we'll save for another time.
Please tell me it's not Ferguson.
No, not
Okay.
not that. Another debacle that's happening in the gaming world. Again, that topic we'll not be discussing right now.
Oh, we're not going to talk about it now. Oh.
What, you want to talk about it?
But you're gonna be helping kids, pretty much.
Actually, I'll be having ex-felons regarding to it. I'm an
Okay.
ex-felons, ex-offenders, basically regarding to like on substance abuse, anger management. I mean, I've been doing this job for just about a year now, and like hearing like as far as I'm concerned, everybody likes me. I pretty much do my own thing of teaching these guys ex-felons whatsoever. I mean, I give them their respect. Like they are human people who are trying to get back into society,
Right.
and what I basically since I have no knowledge regarding to whatsoever on the other side of the law, I find it as like the good experience I can learn from these guys because that's one of the major perks I love about this job is that I learn a lot from these people that have their own experiences. That's just completely amazing. Like again, like I pretty much adapt the GTO lifestyle. Just basically listen to them. I work with them, and yeah, just show them respect. And if to the point of it, I would teach them as well.
Okay. Sounds good, man. I hope hope it goes well, man, and I hope you're able to help these people.
Yeah. I hope so too. I mean, like the clients love me as far as concerned. I show them respect. So again,
that's what you're
cause
supposed
and
to do.
effect.
That's what we're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, I'm happy about that.
You pay people just because someone has been been in prison or whatever they've been through. They're still a human being. They still deserve respect.
Exactly.
So they deserve a chance.
Of course, of course.
So yeah, man, that's good. I'm happy to hear that, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
So what topics do we have today?
Oh man, if I remember correctly, I mean definitely this week. Oh, the Nintendo 3DS Nintendo Direct. That thing's a big news. That's
Yeah.
to cover about that.
So we're gonna start off with that.
Yep.
Sure.
Because I got a lot to say about that.
Oh, please do share.
Okay, so you want me to start it off or what? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what today or was it yesterday or whatever? Or,
I think it was like on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tuesday. Yeah. So earlier this week, Nintendo announced that they're coming out with another a new model of the 3DS. It's pretty much this. It looks the same, pretty much the same design, unlike the 2DS that came out late last year.
For the most part.
You're right. But okay, so but this new design pretty much looks like it, but it adds some kind of stupid little nub or something.
No, it's not stupid. Actually,
It
actually
is.
no, it's not. What it is, if you've been playing a couple of the games that require it, the current 3DS, you have to add an attachment to it, which gives you access to dual sticks. And what the little nub is, and I agree the nub is really dumb because it was really dumb on the PSP. It simulates that joystick. Now, I don't know why they did that, but that, among other things, is what's new on the new 3DS. You got an upgraded CPU, which I don't know what the deal was with that. They added the color scheme from the Super Famicom, Super NES on there.
In terms of the buttons, in terms of just the buttons, they added the rainbow colors like you saw in the Japanese, in the Famicom. So
right.
But what's the difference between me saying that the little nub is stupid and you saying it's dumb?
Well, because it's not. I said the design is stupid, but the fact that it's there is actually good.
But it's not on the regular 3DS though.
Correct.
So they're adding, and like I don't know why they're adding. I mean, it seems like they're adding.
Because have you ever played like Monster Hunter on the 3DS?
Oh hell no.
There's a peripheral that you need to play that game.
No, I know. I'm familiar with the peripheral.
Okay, and the nub is supposed to annex that, so you don't need that anymore.
Right.
But I think that was just an extra bonus or an add-on to why they did this. From what I've read about it.
For the record, everyone, this little peripheral that Hax is mentioning is actually pretty. It's pretty. A lot of people don't like it. Kind of annoys people. Some people, have to deal with it and stuff. But bottom line, it's because Nintendo didn't have the foresight to put dual analog sticks on.
I agree. It was a really dumb design when they did that. Right. It was stupid, and I'm not disagreeing with you with the nub being dumb. I mean, I'm glad the functionality is added on the system instead of making you run out and buy something. But it's still dumb the way it is. I think the placement is dumb, and the fact that it's still a little nub.
Right.
I didn't like that on laptops. Right. I'm not gonna like it on a new 3DS.
And so, and like you said, and with this new design, they added they beefed up the CPU a little bit,
Also, I want to point out as well, like the reason that they redesigned this whole 3DS is like actually to bring in very close relation to the GameCube controller. That's one thing that I want to point out as well, because the on top of the basic buttons, there is a well-placed C button now. So basically, again, reminiscent of the GameCube controller. Even the shoulder pads itself, like even has the Z button now, if I'm not correctly.
Yeah, it does. They actually added, and this is all going into we're explaining the things because it's all going to go into my topic of what I'm going to talk about it. Okay. So yeah, they added they beefed up pretty much the insides of it. It's more powerful. It plays all the 3DS games. It has that nub. It has new buttons and stuff. And
the new buttons. It has an NFC reader.
Yeah,
it has a new NFC reader.
And it's bigger. It's bigger. The dimensions are bigger. The dimensions are bigger. It comes in an XL version as well.
Well, they're the same size. They're the same size.
Really? Yeah. I think that was the same size on last time I checked.
Yeah. So is it the screen that's bigger or what?
No, the screen. Everything's the same. There's no difference in size.
As a 3DS.
Because remember, there's a 3DS and a 3DS XL, and you get new models of both of them.
So I must have been looking at the XL specs then.
Because I have the XL now. From what I've read and what I've seen, there's no difference between other than extra buttons. The better screen. Apparently, the viewing angles are better on it. It comes with an NFC reader.
They said that. Well, from what I read, they fixed the 3D mechanism. To keep from it blurring from when you look at it from the sides and stuff. So it's I guess it's improved in that It's improved in that respect. But the thing is, and another thing, they're also releasing Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes.
Check this out. They're releasing Xenoblade Chronicles on this new version of the 3DS, and it's only going to be able to be played on this new 3DS.
Right, because there's a reason for that, though.
Okay, so what's the reason? Because of the beefed up CPU or what? Beefed
Right.
up
The current they stated that the current CPU on the 3DS right now cannot handle the game.
Right,
Okay.
right. Because I was
So-
surprising even the Wii actually managed to handle that on the Wii system. Yes.
Right. So obviously the game is gonna be graphically they're gonna have to do a lot of scaling back in terms of the graphics and everything because it's not gonna look nowhere near as good as the Wii version did.
Well, they actually had a trial of it running. Can't tell you if it was running on the new 3DS or not, but the new scheme there, the user interface is there, and it looks pretty decent, honestly.
No, I'm sure it will, but it's not going to be nowhere near as good looking as the Wii version.
Yes, that's one of the arguments that has been flying around in the interwebs right now. Because like I actually just recently talked to a friend regarding to the music played, and he was worried that like especially one of the main critiques about the original Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii was that one is the draw distance because like you can't really see far away the Wii. That itself already is, and then the Wii was actually pretty damn powerful. So my friend was actually worried that on the new 3DS XL, he kind of worries like how much we can actually take in with that upgraded CPU. That's one thing we talked about. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, pretty much. And this goes into my issues with this new thing. First of all, you're pretty much you're segmenting the 3DS itself by.
I can't co-sign that, my friend.
You are
because they're not segmenting. They're not forced. Okay, here it is. What it is. It's no different than the Xbox One and Xbox 360. If you want to play this game, you gotta buy this system. If you don't want to play this game, don't buy it.
Listen, this is a 3DS. This is not. We're not talking about buying.
It's a system. It's a system.
The same system that people have bought already. So
it's not.
If you own a 3DS, you pretty much are going to be cut off with certain things.
That's not what they said. That's not what they said, Neff.
You're not gonna be able to play Xenoblade Chronicles if you already own it.
Neff, how can you justify that? It's no. Again, it goes back to my analogy of the Xbox or PC. If your processor can't handle this game, what idiot developer is going to say, "Hey, I'm going to put this on this system and give you a subpar experience"?
Okay, so you're telling me that developing a new version of the same console of the same system, it's the same system. It's not like it's a brand new.
It's not. If it has an upgraded processor, it's not the same system.
It's the 3DS.
It's not the same system. Will you please knock some knowledge on him?
It's called. Is it not called 3DS?
It's just like Apple and iPad. Hey, it's the iPad, but the other iPad's got iPad. This is called the iPad too.
Nintendo is not Apple, and iPads are totally different devices.
It did. Oh my God! Do you understand how electronics work?
Yes, I do.
Because like one thing about the 3DS is like yes,
the 3DS is a dedicated video gaming device.
No, I said electronics.
Listen, I'm not debating that it's electronics. Of course, it's electronics, but it's.
I'm asking you. Do you know the nature of electronics?
Yes, I do know the nature of electronics.
So you do understand that if we change a certain part, upgrade the CPU, upgrade the graphics processor, we can still call it, hey, this is still this. It's the next version of this, so let's call it this.
Listen.
So what do you have a problem with, the naming scheme or the fact that he upgraded the processor?
We're talking about a handheld, dedicated handheld console.
It doesn't make a difference. If they upgraded something, it's not the same system. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
This is kind of like
bottom line. Okay, can you okay? Let me ask you this. Can you upgrade your 3DS?
I'm not gonna get into the debate with you. I'm just saying.
Can you upgrade your processor in your 3DS right now?
Say that again.
Can you upgrade it?
Can I upgrade what?
Can you upgrade it?
Upgrade what? What are you talking about?
Can you upgrade your processor in your 3DS?
No.
Okay then.
So what are you talking about? What's the point?
Okay, so you have a beef that they're coming off another system with a different processor.
No, they're coming out with the same system.
Okay, let's try this again. You do understand the word "same," right? Listen, same means identical.
So they came out with the 2DS late last year, right? Nintendo,
which was a piece of shit. Okay, let's not forget they came out with the 2DS and they came out with the mini and the mini Wii too.
Pretty much a 3DS with the 3D mechanism taken out and with a different shape, but it's the same system. Am I right?
It's not this. Oh my God, you don't understand.
Because actually now you just reminded me of an episode of this, the first episode of the new Doctor Who. Because like you pretty much it's like basically okay, you got the original system, sure, and then afterwards you could basically change it, all that. Like, can you still say it is called the original?
Okay, check this out.
Because
Then when they
that's what I'm
released
hearing
the
right now.
okay, what about the PlayStation 3s? When they released the different models of the PlayStation 3s, it's still the same system.
They didn't change the architecture. There's a difference.
It still plays the same games, and that's the only games it plays. It doesn't play.
But they did for it to be the same. It has to be structurally intact. It has to be the same. It's no different than an Android tablet or a phone. Hey, the LG G2 and LG G3. Hey, it's called the LGG, but guess what? It's a bigger screen. It's a different processor. It takes more memory.
It's a different phone, but listen, this is still the 3DS, is what we're talking about. We're talking about this particular device.
So you have an issue with the name. So you rather them call it?
I didn't make up the name. I don't have an issue with the name.
So what I'm trying to figure out is, what is your issue? What's the problem?
You have the same system. And
it's not the same system.
It is the same. If it's called the 3DS, it's the same system. Regardless,
no, it's not.
Yeah, that is probably going to be also another up for debate as well, because like that thing, like I just recently saw a poll as well that says like people's definitely going to be having a confusion with that name, because like, what do we call this thing now? Is it still called a 3DS or is it a new 3DS? Or what the hell?
For all we know, that they'll stop making 3DSs and push this. We don't know.
Nintendo has a problem with naming things. They did it with the Wii U. You know, they did it with the.
That's not the same, 3DS. Because the Wii and the Wii U are two different names. Your beef is they're naming the 3DS the same thing.
The Wii U and the Wii is, you know, they're listen. I know the Wii U and the Wii are different names, but they're just but part of the name is the same, and that's what people that aren't very familiar with gaming. And I don't really care about people that aren't familiar with gaming. I'm not really worried about.
How is that similar? That's very dissimilar. There's a difference between. Okay, look. There's a difference between. There's a difference between the boxing, using your analogy, Wii and Wii U. There's a big difference between the two.
There is a difference, right? Listen, there is a difference between Wii and Wii U. Yes, but there is, but part of that name is the same. Wii is still Wii. Like,
oh my God. Okay, so that applies to any electronics there. So hey, iPad 2 and iPad 3. Hey, guess what? It still has iPad in it, so it's relevant, right? That's what you're saying.
Listen.
That's what you just said.
I did say that Wii and Wii U are different, but I did say that, but I said they're.
But you said they're too similar.
Part of the same name. And
that's stupid.
It is stupid.
That's just like, okay, so that's just like every new car that comes off. They don't change the name of the car. They just call it a different year model.
This has nothing to do. Listen, this has nothing to do.
It's called naming scheme. This is how they name stuff.
Listen, this has nothing to do with any other device except that Nintendo is horrible.
No, that's just you trying to put holes in Nintendo. That's dumb. No, that's dumb.
So what you're saying is that the new 3DS is not a 3DS. That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have I didn't say that. I said you have a problem with the fact that they're calling it a 3DS.
So it's not a 3DS is what you're saying.
It is a 3DS. You're the one that has the problem with the naming scheme, not me.
No, I don't have a problem with the name. Nintendo has a problem with the name.
It's not your problem. It's Nintendo's problem because they named the thing the same thing as the other thing. So as far as we know, they could be phasing out the old 3DS. We don't know that.
It is the same thing. It's the same system. It has slightly upgraded little things, but it's the same.
Okay.
Boys.
Hey, do me a favor. Go look up the term "same." Go look at the meaning of "same," and then come back.
I know what "same" is.
Because apparently you don't know what "same" means.
Right. We're getting off topic. But bottom line, what I'm saying is that we've been off topic. But bottom line, what I'm saying is that. You have a system that Nintendo just the 3DS is 3 years old pretty much, and so
pretty much yes.
Yeah. So it's 3 years old, and they just late last year they released a 2DS.
The 2DS.
So now they're releasing this 3DS with slightly upgraded insides and stuff, and upgraded buttons, slightly upgraded version of the same system. The same system, and you can't play certain games on there now. Like you can't play. You can only there's going to be a game, Xenoblade Chronicles, coming out only for this new 3DS. It's the same system. Why can't the system? Why can't they?
Because it can't handle it.
I know
that's the sad realization.
I know it can't handle it, but why?
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a logical question.
Why?
So would you rather people who only play on handheld systems suffer for the fact that, oh, hey, we can't bring out this game. We want to, but we can't because the system's not powerful enough.
Okay,
so by your logic, you're saying because Nintendo naming the same system that it's dumb on Nintendo's part for doing that, or are you saying that Nintendo is segregating its users by introducing another system that has the same name as their current system?
The same system. It's the same system.
Okay,
it's
so
the same fundamental system.
Technically,
so
yes, that is
not.
technically
It's
the same
not like
system. I agree
it's not
with
like it's a new
part.
generation, or they said,
Right.
hey, let's you know what? Let's release a brand new system. It's not like that. They took the 3DS and say, hey, let's release another version of 3DS.
So would you be happier that they changed the name from the new 3DS to like 3DS upgrade or 3DS new shit?
They should have destroyed. Find a new name for it. Don't call it the 3DS, and it's not. And
okay, stop. That was my question to you. So let me ask you a question. How long have you been playing games?
All my life.
Okay, so stop. I'm asking you a legit question.
Mm-hmm.
No cynicism or anything. Legit question. Okay. So are you saying that they're dumb for naming it that? But so what about, like, for example, the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3? The PlayStation. No, stop. The name is the same. So I just asked you a question.
The PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 are entirely different systems.
No, that's not what
They are.
Wait. Okay, so you mean to tell me that upgrade?
Hang on, Neff.
What's the question?
Let him finish now.
So wait, so you're saying, so that was my question. Mm-hmm. So they're completely different systems, right? The PlayStation 1 is just similar to the PlayStation 2. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference, right? They're upgraded the hardware. Okay, but they still play games. But wait, they still play games. They still use the same controllers, right? They can still play the same games. The PlayStation 2 can play PlayStation 1 games, right? It can use the same controllers, right? But it had a different name. What doesn't? It just says PlayStation 2. So wait.
PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 are entirely different systems.
Wait. You're not letting me finish.
Okay, no.
There's the same name. Same damn name. So what would be the difference if Nintendo called the new 3DS 2?
The new 3DS is a 3DS. It's the same system.
Okay, no, stop.
Do you not understand?
No,
that?
stop.
Do you not?
No, you don't understand that because it has to.
It's the same system.
And it's not the same system if it has an upgraded processor. Obviously, it's not the same system if you can't play this game on the original 3DS.
It has slightly upgraded.
Okay, there you go. That's how electronics work.
It's the same system.
When's the last time you brought a phone or a tablet or a computer? Anything electronic. That's what I'm trying to get at you. Okay, this is how the world works in the real world. They can make a slight difference on the piece and say, "Hey, this is new." This is how they do it.
I know how the real world works. This Nintendo 3DS is bullshit.
How about this, guys? Everybody listen to the podcast. We're gonna put a little poll on the website, and you tell us what you think. Is it a new system or is Neff just being stupid?
I think that's a new model.
It's a new model. It's a new model of the same system. That's all I've been saying. You can't argue with that.
I just did because it's not the same system. Okay, look. How about this? I work with electronics. I'm an IT professional. I'm a certified IT professional. Okay. I have certain certifications, certain things. When I see a piece of hardware that has altered specifications, guess what? It's not the same. Okay, it's no different than running code. Hey, it's no different than running code. Hey, your system can't run this operating system. Your system can't run this program because your processor, you don't have enough memory.
Okay, so then what you're saying to me then is with the original Nintendo DS, the original big one that they came out with, and then the DS Lite, and then DS XL. Those are not the same system.
Obviously, they're named differently, aren't they, Neff?
No. They're the same system, but they're different models of the same system.
Can you play a 3DS game? No, I'm asking you. So I'm going back. Can you play a 3DS game with a DSi?
Say that again.
Can you play a 3DS game with a DSi?
Or you can actually play.
No,
you can't play Game Boy Advance games.
You can't play a 3DS game on a DSi. No.
Or can you play the Game Boy Advance games back on the original DS? Yeah, that also is another thing as well.
Yeah, but what's your point, Hax? What are you talking about?
So I'm just I'm just trying to understand what your issue is.
And Nintendo DS the same system? No, they're not the same system.
I think we should
they're
probably let
completely
see if
different
the interweb knows about that. I think we actually should put a poll.
I'm going to put a poll on it. I am going to poll and see what people think. Because logically speaking, anytime you take something that exists,
how you don't understand what I'm saying?
Because it's not the same. Because look, it's a different processor. That changes everything. When you cannot run a piece of software on existing technology and you are forced to upgrade your hardware to run it, it is not the same.
It's the same system, man.
Okay. Enjoy playing your PlayStation 2 games and your PlayStation 3.
Once we put that poll out, we want your answer. Do you think the new 3DS XL is entirely the same system we always knew before?
Do you think it's an entirely brand new system like Hacks is saying, or do you think it's a 3DS just like the 3DS that people already bought? It's just a new model of the same system, just like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 3 Slim, PlayStation 3 Super.
They're not the same because they didn't change the processor or the memory or the CPU. I'm sorry, or GPU. That's a different thing. Get your terminology correct.
They changed things like
they changed the shell. No, they didn't. No, they did not.
Yes. I just want to bring up another thing as well. That's also one thing they also brought up into the new 3DS XL as well. In the Direct as well, they also show that you can customize your new 3DSL with all these skins regarding to...
Right, you can use new skins, and you have an SD slot on there as well, and a removable battery. But Neff didn't read the article, so he was just running out the mouth.
The entire thing, I saw all the specs.
You did. So it's not. So wait. You can take out your battery on the 3DS. You can do that too.
Say it again.
You can take out your battery on the current 3DS.
I don't know. Can you?
No.
I don't know. You asking me a question. I don't care.
Well, you're the one debating that it's not a different piece of hardware. Obviously it is. Obviously it's not. If you know it, that it's not.
So let me ask you a question. Are you telling me that the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo DSi they aren't the same system?
Are they?
To me,
I think we should let the internet know. See, we'll see what the people out there says about this. So I think we should people.
We definitely will.
Right now,
Bottom
please,
line,
if you vote if this is a new system or is it not. So we want to hear your voices, people.
And honestly, I can understand your hate if Nintendo was saying, "Hey, you have to do this."
No, it's not.
If you don't want to play, the game, then you're not forced.
I'm not even hating Nintendo. I'm not because I don't dislike the 3DS. I think the 3DS has some decent games on there.
But you don't like the new fact that they upgraded the system and calling it the same thing.
I'm not mad that they made a new model of the system. That's not what I'm mad. I'm mad that it's the same system, but yet instead of they might as well have made a brand new system. They might as well have made a brand new system, made a brand new generation.
Why? Well, that's from a business standpoint. That's dumb.
We will have to wait to see. Yeah,
instead of releasing what is fundamentally a 3DS. With just slightly updated like buttons and slightly updated insides. By slight I mean like slight.
You mean adding new buttons? Adding new buttons, adding a new controller is slight. Adding a removable battery is slight. What? Oh God! Thank God you don't design electronics. We'd be fucked. We'd fuck worse than we are with Samsung.
You'd actually be great. This world would be a great world if I designed electronics.
Samsung's already shitty. Boy. Hey, we got the Samsung 4 and S4 and S5. Hey, where are the main differences? Oh, there really aren't. But you're gonna buy it. You might as well go work for Apple.
Well, that actually can be said something for Samsung as well.
Okay, and bottom line, but listen,
the
reason for Nintendo releasing this new 3DS or whatever is so that because now this new 3DS has Amiibo.
That
has Amiibo.
That's also a part of it, correct?
We want to talk about
and that's the real reason why.
Hey, can you use Amiibo on the 3DS currently?
No, not on the
3DS.
I said this new 3DS is compatible with Amiibo. That's why they made it.
Can you use it on the old? Can you use it on the old one?
For the record, I just want to place down for the record right now. If you remember the last Direct that Nintendo put out, they said that we'll be actually putting in a device regarding to we'll be making the current 3DSs compatible with the Amiibo figures that will be launching out in the holiday season. That's what, if you remember the previous Direct, they will be adding an accessory that can actually transfer Amiibos to the current 3DSs right now.
Oh, okay. So I guess, hey, that's great. That's great.
So, yes.
I like Amiibos.
So yes, also I just want to hurry up and like because we actually have a new person right now in the chat room that you guys haven't noticed right now is C Slash. You're there, C Slash?
He snuck up on us.
What's up? What's up?
Hey.
What's up, Gabe? What's going on?
Hey, Gabe, what do you think?
Of your current
Yes.
intractable beef about the 3DS?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Well, what is it? Are the new games from this point forward will the new games from this point forward be incompatible with the previous 3DS games?
Who knows?
Well, we only know of one game,
knows?
and currently it's Xenoblade Chronicles, which will be incompatible. There's no word on anything else other than that title.
Not gonna lie, if a game is incompatible, any one, it's effectively a new console in my eyes.
Thank you, but people don't see it that way.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
but it's not a 3DS. That's the point I'm making. It's a 3DS. It's a 3DS.
Okay, so the name is dumb, but like I said, that's why I kept saying Apple.
Game Boys. Please, guys, don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah, you know, I tried to explain, but
Okay, let's just go and agree to disagree. So let's just go on.
No, I'll agree that that Hacks is wrong. That's what I'll agree.
Oh come on.
That's what I'm agreeing to. So I'm agreeing. You know.
Okay. So yes, I'm going to the whole amiibos. Like from what they had talked about previously, is that you could actually transfer data. Like for example, with the new Smash Bros. Game that's coming for the 3DS, coming out this October, a week before New York Comic Con, just so you know, is that any figurines you can actually train, for example, Mario, Link, Marth, whatsoever, like it actually learns from the data that you train with. And how they said they were going to be contributing is like if you take that amiibo figure and then bring it to another person's house or another game, it actually will go fight against your friend's opponents, and actually, I don't know, kind of like a whole Digipack kind of thing.
I was about to say, have we seen something like this in the past? Not exactly like what they're doing right now, but very similar.
I mean, that's the one thing that could actually critique, because like some people will definitely say, yes, this is pretty much a bloody Skylanders ripoff. Which, okay, that I will have to hold some ground to that. Yes, the amiibo figures itself is definitely probably more or less a direct idea from the Skylanders figurines. However, like because one Skylanders was from Activision, and that thing was pretty damn successful for the most part on their side. But now Nintendo's actually trying their market onto the figurine market now. And so from the way I see it, I mean, the amiibo figurines, well, that's one thing I want to point out as well, because the pricing itself, because now they actually announced that they have open pre-orders for the first set of amiibo figurines, which include Mario, Marth, up to the Wii Fit Trainer, and like if you're looking for the entire set of 12 figurines, that's 156 bones, man. Right now, Amazon's are opening up, pre-orders are open on Amazon right now. And, I mean, obviously this thing is going to be very hot for collectors. I mean, heck, personally for me, I want to get Mario, Link, hell, even more, because heck, who doesn't like good swordsman?
So, what exactly do you get when you purchase the amiibo? Is it just the figurine and that's it?
As I said from earlier before, like, and from previous Nintendo Directs, is that it actually learns from you. Whatever you do, like you train with your amiibo, like it will grow. Pretty much like artificial AI, so to speak. But then again, I would like to see.
I mean, does it come with any other accessories with when you have the box or whatever the package is when you buy the amiibo? What's in the package beside the figure?
From what I checked out on regarding to the information, is that the amiibo figurines itself is just the figurines itself. I mean, it's still early to say, because right now with the new Nintendo Direct, they said that right now it's the figurines that's going to be currently open right now. So the figurines itself is going to be coming out, I believe it's sometime at the end of the year, so sometime in the holiday season.
Oh, so you mean amiibo? So amiibos haven't come out yet?
The amiibos are currently up for pre-order on Amazon right now, but as of yet they are not. Yeah, not available.
For some reason, I thought they were available already.
I'm gonna go get me one right now.
You buy you an amiibo.
Hey, look, man, I'm getting my. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna get my son a 3DS for Christmas, but now that well, here, wait. We need to go back real quick. There's one important topic about the 3DS that we skipped over.
Okay.
And the fact that it's only announced in Japan right now.
Yeah, that is the main thing, because these things itself right now, it is only Japan right now. There is no word we're going to US release yet. So that's that's a big yes. So right now only in Japan right now.
It'll be coming out sometime next year here in the States,
So also, and just want to.
We hope so, but this is Nintendo we're talking about, guys.
Yeah, they'll release it.
And also, I just want to put a straight to lay down the clarify right now. Like the new 3DS is currently announced for Japan right now, not for the US. While the Amiibo figurines right now, that thing is already coming out for the US right now. Just I want to clarify the information right there.
Right.
And I'm gonna go buy me 5 Marios and put them up.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, personally for me, yeah, again, I said I want to get Mario, Marv, Link. Heck, I probably want to go for Pikachu and Samus. I mean, heck, if there's one thing figuring, I think that everyone can agree, Zero Suit Samus.
And so,
yes.
And again, with the Amiibos, like you put them in like some kind of slot or on the system or whatever, on a controller or whatever.
Actually, it's I believe it's an IF reader, like an infrared reader. Like you actually place on that one spot.
Okay.
Which they're actually doing it right now. We're going to another Pokemon game that's doing it right now, if I remember correctly. Yes, they're doing that with that figurine. Anything, it will read the data on that specific figurine, and whatever has been transferred from that game, it will transfer back into the Amiibo and learn from what you did. And
so let me ask you like this. So, like, because I know you can use it on the Wii U gamepad or whatever the control.
Yes, there's an infrared sensor right on the Wii U gamepad.
Do you leave it there? Like you leave it on the IR, or do you just swipe it once or whatever?
I believe the process is like what they're currently doing with the Wii Fit meter right now, because like the Wii Fit meter, you just hold a button and it scans the information. Well, if I remember correctly, what they showed back during the Nintendo Direct is like first you actually have to hold the figure on top, let it scan for a bit, and then after that you just place it up.
And then you just put the Amiibo just anywhere, right?
Yes. Once you
throw it in the garbage
if
you want, right? You don't have to keep doing it. You don't have to keep doing it repeatedly, right? You don't have to keep using the Amiibo repeatedly.
No. I'm pretty sure there's not that stupid, because like once you scan it, that information's going right to the game. And once I'm pretty sure they'll probably like for Mario Kart 8, the new Smash Brothers, like they will definitely have that option to transfer any information that you've done in the game back to your Amiibo. So it's kind of like a mini USB port, like a USB flash drive.
But listen, the Amiibo does save data though. Does it save like your stats or whatever, or how you play?
I believe that is the case, because like again, like the Amiibo itself is like another facet of you. Like the character you make is like how you train your Amiibo. Like again, it's like out on the wordplay of amigo. So like it is literally your friend. So anything you help with your friend, you pretty much bring it to another person's Amiibo and let them battle out. So again, it's
kind of like somewhat kind of like some kind of somewhat of like an over glorified memory
Digipad
card.
or Digimon, sure.
It's like an over glorified memory card,
yes.
pretty much, right? Pretty much.
It's pretty much like that. I mean, again, some critique is like, it's pretty much an offline digipad. Like you could actually go bring a friend and all that, interact it. That's that I can understand critique, but also like that's one thing also that's kind of brilliant about that as well, because like obviously the Amiibo is probably definitely meant for the younger audience. That's for sure. I mean, they still want to go with that audience.
Definitely. But I don't think kids are gonna. I don't think kids of this generation are gonna fall for it, because that's something that.
I know what I'm gonna disagree with you, Neff. I don't know how much you've read or looked or seen about Skylanders, or even Disney's take on it, like Affinity. Those things sell crazy, and not just the kids. The adults buy these things like mad.
Really? Wow.
Yes, adults buy them. I'm surprised. Yeah, I actually went to a GameStop one time, and like they said it was actually pretty fun.
These things actually called fights because they want them. Really? I remember when the last version of Skylanders came out, everybody was at Toys R Us like, I want this one, I'm getting this one. I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
Fighting over Skylanders?
I was like, dude, I just came to get one for my kids. What the hell?
Wow.
I don't need it that bad.
Am I like the only sane person left on Earth?
I know you, Neff, and I'm gonna disagree on that statement.
I mean,
because my whole thing is just around being just sensible and just.
Well, you gotta look at it this way. It's merchandise, and I can't fault people for liking what they like. It's so different than people owning guns and swords and Gundam models and remote control cars. If you like it, then have at it.
No, but to me, that's something.
It's a collectible. You can hold it in your hand. It's a collectible.
It's a collectible that holds data.
But what I'm saying is that I'm just saying that the Amiibo is pretty nothing more than like a useless stick. You can't do anything with it except. That's what I see it as. It's like useless. Like I don't.
No,
really
and you said that you're sane. And you said that you're sane.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh boy.
Like if you get an action figure or something, an action figure has a purpose. It is to look like something.
Okay, no. Okay. So you said. Okay, now what about people that buy busts? You can't do anything with it, but put it up.
I personally think busts are stupid too. Yeah, busts don't do anything for me too. But
okay, I think your logic is stupid.
But wait, can I fit? Can I?
No.
Listen, I don't think busts. I don't really get busts neither. But the one thing I do understand, busts tend to be explicitly detailed, and it takes like a lot of skill to make a bust, like a really well-made bust. So I can understand that. You know,
I'll disagree with you. I actually own quite a few busts, and not all of them are super detailed. It depends on the art style.
I said they tend to be. I said busts tend to be super detailed. They tend to be, look just like something that you like, say from a TV show or whatever, or a movie or whatever. They tend to be very, very detailed, like lifelike detail. The good ones, like a bust. If I were to buy a bust, which I never would, but if I were to buy a bust, it would have to look just like something, just like I cut somebody's, upper torso. That's how it would have to look, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes, I mean that can also be said for the Amiibo as well, because like if I haven't checked it out, those things.
But aren't they some kind of little? But aren't the Amiibos some kind of little action? Like they look like one of the. They're just little Mario or Yoshi looking thing, and you just put it on there. I think I saw the Amiibo. You just put it on. It just doesn't look like something that I would go fighting over. It just.
Again, like as with Z says led, I mean, like obviously you're gonna like something. I mean, personally, I can't wait to get myself at least one Amiibo test to actually try it out.
Okay. No, definitely. Listen, if y'all got them, if y'all buy the Amiibos, God bless you and have fun. I'm just an old fogey. That's all.
Sure, that you are. But also in regards to like the Amiibo itself, like as you said before, sure, sure, a bust has its fine craftsmanship usually, and that. But then again, like that could be said for action figures or any other figurines I've ever said. I mean,
Nendoroids? Would Nendoroids?
Yeah, Nendoroids.
No, Nendoroids are adorable, and they're adorable. Like they're
and they serve.
How can you not love Nendoroids?
But they're considered busts.
Yes,
they don't do anything.
How are Nendoroids considered busts when they're like little action that have some?
They're not action figures. You cannot pose them.
But they're posable. But they're semi-posable though. Like you can move.
No, they're not. Okay.
You can move certain arms on certain arms of them. Come on.
Some of them, there are some Nendoroids that actually are just up, because right now I actually have like my Yukiko Nendoroid right here with me right now.
You can move.
Okay, there are more that are not posable than there are posable. Put it that way. Right. Just like there's some busts that are articulate.
I'm not someone that likes non-posable. Like if it's a PVC statue, I can understand, because PVC statues tend to be extremely detailed and well made and stuff. Even if you can't pose them at all, PVC statues make sense. But I'm someone that tends not to really like non-posable action figures or whatever like that. I like to pose my stuff.
So yes, that's also another thing. Yeah, because like again, like yes, you like your own definition of Amiibo things, to actually composing everyone what's like that.
No, but I'm not against anybody liking Amiibos. I was never against anybody liking Amiibo. I don't get it, but I'm not against anybody liking them. My problem with
okay, I understand. I understand that much.
So, okay, well, let's do this.
Nintendo, just being Nintendo, just.
Well, here,
you know what I love about Nintendo. I mean, you can't help but hold it against them, because the Amiibo itself, it actually does something. Because like previously you said that it doesn't do anything, it actually does something. Again, with the infrared and actually transferring of the data, like your own USB stick. Yes, it actually learns from you. And
well, you know what? I think we talked about this a little enough. I want to segue to another Nintendo topic, actually. I forgot about.
What's the other Nintendo topic?
Pokken, the new Pokemon fighter.
Pokken! Oh my lord!
Listen,
my lord!
People been hyped for that for ages.
I got something to say about that. That looks amazing.
Wait, what? But that's Nintendo. Wait, what?
No.
You old fogey. You like something?
I like something. Yes, I told you I like the DS, the NDS.
No. But you're an old fogey. Why would you like this? This is Pokemon.
Because first of all, Namco did it in a style like they use like some kind of Tekken engine or something like that. And
Yeah, just so you know,
here
just
you
for
have
people out there who don't know, that the Pokken is just a tech demo. So it's just a concept of what they have so far right
right,
now.
exactly. So in other words, think Pokemon, Nintendo's Pokemon series in the same vein as the Tekken games. Like they're fighting each other. They, rendered, well animated fight. 2-on-2 fighting. A 1-on-1 fighting game. Like it looked amazing. I looked at that and I was like, wow, that looks fun.
Well, that's completely. I gotta have to agree for some extent because like previously, like back in our history right now, is that our history with with Pokemon fighting games is pretty much Pokemon Stadium. If anyone had known about that,
Yeah.
yes, Pokemon Stadium was pretty much one of the major foundations regarding to Pokemon fighting games. And to actually see Pokken, a crossbreed of Pokemon and Tekken, you actually can do punches. I mean, heck, I would be very happy if you can do a horn drill on Pokemon right now, or Hydro Pump. That thing I'll be very happy about. To do actions something like, I don't know, yeah, Tekken, as they are well known about it, to actually do these attacks on real time, and not like a turn-based thing like with Pokemon Stadium. It's definitely a fresh experience. That I have to agree. Yes.
It's just odd. Well, not odd. It's just weird. When I saw this, like, wow, this is like something that you would have thought or would have happened many years ago. Like Sega's Fighters Mega Mix. Like you're taking like characters that you would never think you would see in a fighting game, and you put them in a fighting game.
Oh wait, you mean like Smash?
Okay,
it's 3D. The only reason that I didn't think about Smash is because it's 3D. I'm actually getting a good vibe from it, and I'm like, well, holy shit, this is actually, even if you don't like Pokemon, you're gonna play this game because it's a fighter, and it's from Bandai-Namco.
Right,
it's coming from the Tekken team. You're gonna want to play this,
and that's why I liked it, because and it's not because it's not necessarily because it was from Bandai-Namco or the Tekken team. It was because they did something that just caught me. I was like, wow, this looks good, and if it looks good, then I can't say anything against it. I can't say anything bad about it.
And also, is Katsuhiro gonna be doing this as well? Katsuhiro?
Well, if it's Tekken team, I'm sure Harada has something to do with it.
I saw his name on it. I wasn't because they also, when they did it on the direct, they had the producer for Soul Calibur as well, but I don't think he's working on it. I'm not exactly who the team is working on it.
Okay. So that's one question, yeah, because like, heck, if it's Tekken, you gotta have Harada, sure.
Pretty much.
Because you would think, because now that you're doing this, you're working on Tekken. You're working on the upcoming Tekken as well as this. Obviously, teams are going to be split. I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, we're going to that because like it's hard to say because like now we're gonna be first things first. We gotta be obviously finishing up with Smash Bros. Once that come out, and so like probably maybe perhaps that team itself will move on to something.
Yeah, man. So.
Okay.
Any other topic?
Yes, because actually, since you also mentioned that, because like this thing has been very hot on this topic, and and that is the new character of Shulk introduced for Smash.
Oh, Smash! A new who?
Wait, what? What game is he from? I don't know where he's from. Where's he from?
Shulk, Shulk has been introduced into Smash Brothers.
No, what game's he from? I just want to be an ass.
Gee. You know
what
who Shulk is.
What game is he coming from? What game is he come from?
We've been talking about this for the last, half hour.
What game?
Xenoblade Chronicles for the original
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that thing has been very much a big issue of late because, like, now that has... Because if your people haven't been informed yet or been living under a rock, there was a leak that happened earlier this Monday regarding to the full roster of the full roster of Smash Brothers for the 3DS and Wii U. And Wii U, yes, and Wii U. And out of all these characters so far, Shulk was one of them that was leaked. And with today's direct right now, that has confirming that Shulk is inside Xenoblade Chronicles, inside Smash Brothers now, as playable. You gotta have to wonder, like, is the gaming industry like all these leaks that's been happening so far right now, like, it's starting to really become a buzzkill because, like, if it wasn't for the leak, the surprise would be definitely much more tenfold if from one writer here on Outerhaven has been writing about.
Well, I mean, I thought that with a lot of the stuff, there's usually a lot of stuff with how they get rights from one thing to another that can enable you to pretty much be able to forecast stuff like Smash's character list way in advance because of the way the rights are angled around. Or sometimes they'll give it to like some other higher end game journalist site, and they'll put it on the shelf, and someone can find that shit and expose it immediately.
That is possible. Yes, that is possible. I agree. Yes, I mean, I'm surprised like during that who that NeoGAF user was. Yeah, it actually showed all these different characters. I mean, don't get me wrong. Seeing Shulk being introduced into Smash Bros. That thing was pretty awesome. Like, for me, like because I haven't gotten any interest in Xenoblade Chronicles until I saw Chugga Conroy's playthrough on YouTube, and oh my god, how would I have not bought this game? Because like I'm not sure, as you know right now, the reason that people are excited for Xenoblade coming for the 3DS is because they can actually play it on the go without having to paying. Like, have you seen the market price for the original Wii copy of Xenoblade Chronicles? Pretty like triple digits.
I mean, I thought that wasn't there like there was a really huge push just to get the game released in North America in the first place.
Yes, Project Waterfall. Yes, with that, there was 3 games regarding to that: Pandora's Tower, Xenoblade Chronicles, and The Last Story, which I do have in my collection. Yes.
And like this, like I think that's kind of a really big coup to try to have that game, to have a character from that game like to be
Yes,
appeared to, like.
yes. I think that's also another plan on regarding to Nintendo as well, because now they announced that Shulk as into Smash Bros. With the news of like Xenoblade Chronicles being ported to the 3DS. That thing itself is like, yeah, they finally like people now know what Xenoblade Chronicle is. I mean, obviously from the YouTube playthroughs, all the the free publicity that people have been giving it, and yet Nintendo always keep on ripping them off about that. Yeah, like Xenoblade Chronicles now is like really getting some steam afterwards this direct, and
I mean, this is the same situation that Fire Emblem was prior to their characters being in Smash, where like it was very strong, but it was a very strong series, but like prior to it being in Smash, it was like a strong underground hit, and after the characters appearing in Smash, like there was a rise in sales, and like there was a lot more available for the characters with games and sequels and the like.
Yes, 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 and like hell, I mean, if once during the time that Xenoblade Chronicles for the 3DS will be released here in the States, I mean, I'll be very happy if like the sales itself will reflect like people are getting interested because now they have actually played it on Smash. Hell, I'm not sure you checked trailer for Shulk's moveset because like all like that's one thing I like about Sakurai because like they made his movesets so close to the origin game that he comes from.
Guys?
And regard to all that, yeah, I mean that's one thing as well because personally for me, I do enjoy Xenoblade Chronicles because I'm actually checking out the lore regards like of Mechonis, Bionis, all that because that's also one thing I just want to quickly break down about the trailer right now because like you see Shulk here in Bionis Fields basically ambushing Bowser, which is pretty much a normal monster, viewed as a normal monster. Then he gets the future of gets his future right from the Monado. So forgive me, I am a bit of a Xenoblade buff here, so yes.
Oh no, you're fine because I actually played that game. I actually followed that game a long time ago, even before everybody was putting in the petitions to actually get that over here. Because originally, remember, they weren't going to bring this game over to the States whatsoever.
Yes, yes, and I'm happy Project Waterfall has happened.
That and Last Story, which is another great RPG.
Yes, yeah, I love that game. I mean, granted how small it is, yes. But regarding back to Shulk's trailer is that, yeah, all his attacks, I mean, dodging Link's and Marth's ambush and then seeing his moves. And from what I see from the Monado, that's the different Monado charges or the insignias, like the shield, the speed, that thing is going to be up for debate because, like, for the jump, he has the jumping ability, which is Gale, which is jump higher, much more higher than Pit's jump, normal jump. But another thing that's really quite up to debate is his speed. I mean, it shows him obviously getting an obvious speed boost, but can it outmatch Sonic?
It's pretty cool.
because obviously, because like with previously with Palutena, it's like she had endless flight, and with like that thing, a lot of people said that no one outmatches Sonic speed. So like that. So regarding to all that, like yeah, you see him having the shield, the Buster, all that, and seeing his final smash, which shows him doing a triple attack, like doing his chain attack, yeah, chain attack on to any opponents get caught up, and doing the Monado Buster. Woo, man! I just say it's like no doubt about it, a lot of people will love using Shulk, and personally for me, I cannot wait. Seeing the stage of Bionis and seeing the stage of Mechonis looming over in the background is, ooh, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited. But again, the reason I only mentioned because of the leak, if it wasn't for the leak, the surprise here would probably be much more greater than it already is.
I mean,
do you think
they're not? I mean, I guess part of the thing is like, how to put this? Force Smash, people who already like it are gonna buy it anyway.
Right.
Of course.
The real surprise that the real benefit that this character provides, I feel, is just for going to be for the players who buy it in the future, wondering who the hell is this guy? What game is he from? They either buy it or the game is made available to download. They download it and they have a freaking good time.
And yes, I agree. Again, this is definitely much more publicity for Xenoblade, and heck, yeah, Monolith Software, who is actually doing the next Xenoblade. But yeah, if they receive this much positive,
Xenoblade Chronicles X, yeah.
Oh, don't yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
I cannot wait for that game. And
you know what? I will admit that is the one game I want to play on the Wii. One game.
So if once they get that positive reaction that for Shulk, because previously Xenoblade Chronicles was already like it did itself pretty well, but like now they're getting with this more positive press for Shulk, and actually will most likely get it for the 3DS. Oh man, I see good things from Monolith Software. So yes, I mean especially with Xenoblade Chronicles X, that thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, Monolith Soft is they're actually somebody I care about. You know, they're actually even if they're owned by Nintendo, I actually like them. So but I'm looking forward to Xenoblade X. I'm looking forward to that.
So yeah, so overall for the topic is that yes, if not for the leak, this surprise new character for Shulk would have been much more greater. So yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question before we go to our next topic, because not just around this game but other games.
Okay.
Obviously, the links are coming from within the company, and don't you ever think about this sometimes? Like, how are you not able to control links from getting out from people within your company? I mean, usually most companies make you sign like an NDA or your job is on the line, and you can't tell me that you can't feed information to a certain department or a certain person and expect that not to get out, or feed them false information to see if they put it out there to come back to, hey, we only told you about this shit, and how come the net knows about it now?
That's one thing I can't
about
Nintendo.
I mean, there are multiple. I guess part of the thing is that there are multiple points of failure, because one of the things that can happen is that, as we all know, the marketing machine has to start up way earlier than everything else. So say you send out a press release or some specifications to another company so that they're able to make, like, say the barcode scanning for whatever the machines are for the new console or new game that comes out, and that could get leaked pretty easily just with someone just snooping around there, because it's a place that's not really protected a lot. Or stuff like stuff that's sent to the other retailers for magazine stuff that can get leaked. Like, they're just millions of points of failure where it's easy for a person to find something, put it out on an anonymous site, and just be able to duck the hell out.
Yes.
And then sometimes you gotta wonder, is it planned? Because leaks also give you free press, and a lot of it,
of course,
really fast.
Of course. So yeah.
Well, there's also another form of free press that's been going on quite recently with a lot of beef.
Oh, and which is that, Z-Slash?
This is gonna be kind of hard.
Dude, you know what we do. Just do it. Come on. Come on.
All right. I'm going hard. All right. Long story short, have you guys talked about the Zoe Quinn stuff?
We talked about it off air.
We were just discussing that before the podcast, and yeah, this is me and Nephrite. Oh boy.
Yeah, like, I know, cause like it's Yeah,
So
it's
tell
pretty
everybody-
much
so-
it's pretty much
so-
exploded
might
into
as
a
well go
firestorm.
into it.
Gabe,
Yeah,
Gabe,
might as well
Gabe,
go
do,
into
do me
it.
a favor.
Yes.
Explain what happened. Explain what happened, because
Yeah, for the uninitiated, please. Yeah, for the
yeah,
uninitiated out there on YouTube.
I'm one of the uninitiated. So,
Okay.
because I've heard about it, but I don't really know what really happened.
All right. The long and short of this is that it originally started from Zoe Quinn and a boyfriend of hers. They had a breakup, and the boyfriend made a large paste bin detailing a series of a series of relationship mistrusts where she's
Yes, for 5 guys, including three
but
of the names were shown.
also I'll also mention that also describing a series of behaviors toward him that are like classically abusive.
Right,
don't know if you-
right. In that
I
blog
don't know if you
post.
guys know about things like have you ever heard of a term called gaslighting? Do you know what that is, guys?
I've
Nope,
probably
not for
heard
me.
of it. I don't
Nope.
know.
Sounds painful.
Gaslighting is a classical technique that a lot of abusers use, where pretty much they make you think you're crazy.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
okay.
They
You know,
they,
Oh,
they
shit.
constantly make you doubt your own emotions, or it's like doing stuff like if you have stuff in a room and you're very meticulous with it,
Yeah.
they come in and rearrange everything in the room without telling you.
Oh,
And then
man.
you come in like find everything
Oh
weird.
yeah, that's crazy. That sounds really.
Yeah,
really
there's
it
stuff
sounds
like
like the
that.
person that does that is messed up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Pretty much initially when people found out about it, there's the usual initial horde that the internet the usual internet does for stuff like this with sex and women stuff, where you get
Of
the
course,
views,
for that issue
you get
being about, yes.
yeah, you get the abuse, you get the doxing, you get all of that. But I guess you could say the forces of 4chan, they found a nugget of several nuggets of legitimate justice in here.
Okay.
Partially because there was a kind of simultaneous shutting down of conversation on multiple fronts, on multiple sites, in a way that's really strange. The Reddit board,
Hmm?
NeoGAF,
Yes.
Kotaku, and various other gaming centric websites shut down conversation on this, whereas discussions of other male developers sex lives in the same kind of sphere were able to talk about, like with rape accusation made against the man who did one of the people who developed Cards Against Humanity, among other
Right.
people.
Yes.
As well as another thing of she retweeted something made by one of her friends where she doxed another competing game jam made by this group called the Fine Young Capitalists.
Oh, yes.
That centered women,
Mhm.
and she pretty much like denounced it on her Twitter page to try to shut them down, and proposed another game jam in her place that had links that had like no date or money set, but it had links to money for her direct personal Patreon account.
Yes.
As well as other kinds of interpersonal connection within like a smaller hub of gaming journalists within within several sites. So pretty much essentially it started off from legitimate like straight up misogyny, and it's gotten to be like no, like legitimately, like a lot of these guys are in bed with a lot of these indie developers in ways like putting money towards their stuff, and not talking and not telling people, at least, hey, I put money toward this and I kind of believe in this a little bit. Or having stuff like saying, hey, we are I put money toward this, so I'm gonna have someone else touch this because I'm kind of compromised in this way. Among other things, like one of the things that's happened has been that one of the 4chan boards, V, has given money to the to one of the groups that she tried to shut down.
Oh, yes. Indiegogo, if I remember correctly.
And they created their own, and they gave enough money to create their own character, and they created a character named Vivian James, a red-haired girl who wears green and purple and has like a 4-clover headband.
Huh.
They're like classical 4chan stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Over time, what they've been able to do is pretty much they've gotten various people involved in the Twitter wars, which had the various gaming journalists talk against some people that they've had, and they've pretty much held a very strong line of try to remain as courteous as possible and let these guys pretty much attack you so hard they kind of self-implode, as along with the secondary strategy of hitting them where it really hurts and talking to their sponsors of their sites and the editors of their sites and any other people who may want to buy them. And real talk, they hit them so hard. Like, I think they're winning at this point in time.
To the point that even if you even bring up this kind of topic as well, it actually costs people their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is so what did she do? She so this boyfriend.
The boyfriend broke up with her.
Right.
After finding out after finding out pretty much their relationship was kind of a farce, and he exposed like detailed information with chat logs and everything on several sites.
Okay.
I think it essentially got taken up on 4chan after a Reddit thread trying to talk about this got shut down and had like 40,000 comments deleted by hand by moderators.
Yes.
And that's when that's the kind of thing when a classical instance of the Streisand effect happened, pretty much, where when you try to shut down conversation, something that initially would have died, but would have been nasty, but would have died, has grown to something much larger because people think, why aren't you letting us talk about this?
Okay.
And
so
yeah.
Okay, so the boyfriend broke up with her, or she broke up with him?
He broke up with her.
No, he broke up with her.
Okay,
Pretty
he
much,
broke up with her, and
yes.
then so the relationship is dead between them, and then he goes and posts whatever on 4chan about her.
Yeah, and various other sites. He got, when he initially tried to post it to various sites, it got shut down.
Okay.
Now,
and also
as it should have. Like he get
what made it
why is he going posting? Okay, he broke up with her. Why is he going posting things about her?
I think I can also fill that in for you, because
Go on.
as with like I said previously with TNF, is that like one of the people that she slept with, one of the writes for Kotaku, yes, pretty much is like, yes, I mean, if she wants to go fuck around with 5 people, fine. Sorry for the language, people, but
so he broke up with her. It seems like he broke. So she cheated on him, and that's why he broke up with her.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like. Okay.
And also take to note that she is also an indie developer, which is also doing for the Depression. Yeah, Depression Quest, I believe that was good. Yes.
Okay. So,
yes.
some people had. But this is the source of what she did. She cheated on her boyfriend, and he got mad and posted stuff about her. That's what this whole thing is about.
You could say that that's the spark, but that's not what fuels this fire.
Yes.
Okay, so what fuels the fire? That's what. So what fuels
the current? What I guess what truly fueled the fire was that, I guess, for a lot of pretty much the regular people on the larger sites, there has been this kind of growing rift between, you could say, like two types of analysis, you could say.
Yes, two different sides.
Between a term some people use called like social justice warrior type.
Yeah, social advocacy and all that.
Now, I'm loath to use it because pretty much these kind of definitions are how this kind of battle lines have been drawn currently, and it's not really fair because some people have switched from switch sides, you could say, because they've come to realize that some of their friends are acting in ways that are that are contrary to their stated purposes of what they believe and what they want to achieve.
And especially with the gaming journalism as well. Yes, because her issue itself is also affecting on the game industry as well. Yes.
Yes. Some people are feeling that some people feel like they want to push games to have more representation for minorities and people of various different sexualities.
Especially
here in the Outerhaven, like, who is in this chat room right now? 3 black guys and an Asian dude. Like,
we
want that.
Pretty much.
Like, we're all about having more diversity within gaming. One of our news editors is a woman, Elizabeth Lotto. And we want to have more conversations with people about this thing. But part of what people feel is that they've been unfairly lauding games that have these themes but don't do anything interesting with the medium, and giving them more attention for having these themes but not doing things with the medium, and that's kind of created a kind of disconnect.
Right. Okay.
Right.
What is it, Hacks? How do you feel about this?
Honestly, about her or the whole situation?
The situation. I'm not
Situation.
summarizing it because there's a bit more here. But...
It's damaging to the whole industry itself. You know, for first of all, gaming journalism. You know, gaming journalism already has a bad press as it is, and when things like this come out, regardless if they're true or not, it just adds to hurt. You know, it adds more fuel to the fire. It hurts us all as a whole. You know, especially us. We're gaming journalists. We do this for a living. We're not for a living. We do this because we love it. We're not getting paid to do it. This is something that we like to do.
Yes.
So when stuff like this comes out, it goes into questions like, you know, are people getting paid to do this? Why are they doing this? What's their ultimate, you know, what is their ultimate goal?
Ulterior motive,
you know, and then you got the whole gender theme as well. You know, men versus women versus men. You know,
yes.
That doesn't help anybody. I mean, it's bad enough, and I'm not trying to, you know, take sides in this, but you know, for the last couple of years now, we've had this whole feminist push here where, you know, you're either with them or you're against them, and if you're against them, then you're a bad guy, regardless of your beliefs or your decisions. You know, so this doesn't help.
We have talked about that. We have talked about that.
That feeling has created the tinderbox that has made this explode.
So what has she done besides possibly cheating on her boyfriend? What else? What has she done besides that?
It's not so much what has she done personally.
But afterwards,
the part of what's made this explode is pretty much is that there's for the echelon of journalists, the game journalists that she hangs out with, they're kind of a small clique essentially, and part of what made this explode so much is that when there were articles reporting on this on several sites, they all held the same line, from artists from writing articles from Kotaku to Rock Paper Shotgun to I think maybe IGN and Vice.
Yes.
All their articles held the same line, that this was at its core about misogyny. And when people started growing to find out that pretty much all these guys are this is just a small clique of people who just hang out together, and these these games are pretty much all getting the same kind of attention. Something is kind of amiss here. So what was essentially born on the V board of 4chan was that pretty much like they started straight up a Twitter war against those journalists. And they've pretty much held a line that pretty much, you know, try to engage us and stuff, like try to engage us in talking about the things that we feel is wrong about this journalism. Like one of the things that they've been able to do was that they had Kotaku change their policy on how if their writers had supported a Patreon for a writer, like, you know, they either had to recuse themselves or tell or they couldn't do it anymore.
Yes, and also another thing is that, like, whenever these issues are being reported, as with Azizar said, like in Kotaku and all the other sites, they portray with Zoe Quinn as the victim. And unfortunately, that is just not the case. I mean, that's what I've been seeing.
She kind of is. It sounds like, from all I'm hearing from you,
I guess.
All I'm hearing, it sounds like that this, like you said, this whole thing started because her boyfriend's pissed. You know, boyfriend broke up at her, and he's pissed because she, it's alleged that she cheated on him. And as far as he's concerned, that's what I'm hearing. This is what Gabe is saying.
That's
right,
fair
enough.
This is what
I'm going to. I guess I'm going to try to say that.
Because I'm trying to figure out what did she do besides break, her boyfriend and her broke up because she was allegedly cheating on him. Okay, so then he got mad. I mean, he should be mad, but then he went and posted whatever about her on these forums or whatever.
I guess the thing I want to try to express is that it's less the thing about this is that the nature of the people that are involved. It's not that there's kind of a good guy and a bad guy. Everybody is varying degrees of bad for different reasons.
I would actually go further to say that. I would just say that it's not that, it's not exactly what she did, because she doesn't outright do anything that you would consider, bad or screwed
Right,
up.
Listen, before we did this podcast today, I'm hearing.
Yes.
I heard about this Zoe Quinn thing, and I'm hearing how she's kind of like this pariah right now. You know, she's being, you know, everybody talking bad about her. But like I said, before we started the podcast, I was talking to Hax and Will, and I was asking them, well, what is this thing really about? What's going on? And
and
they're telling me, and Will was trying to explain it to me, and I'm listening to what Will say. I'm listening to what Gabe is saying, and all I'm hearing is that she didn't really do anything.
She cheated on her boyfriend, and she's using the media as an outlet to get what she wants. And if anything, she's toxic.
Well, I guess what is she doing? What is she doing to get what she wanted? What is it?
She's a bad. For lack of a better word, she's a bad influence. How's that?
I guess on my end.
Wait. So she cheated. So she cheats on her boeefriend.
Yes.
And that's the bad thing. This is what's.
No, that's kind of the spark. Pretty much because
you're not listening to what we're saying.
Hold up.
Okay, but
hold
as
up.
far as I'm
Nephrite.
concerned,
that's not what's happening here.
Hold up,
okay,
I'll try this.
No, but I'm listening. So tell me really what's happening, because all I'm hearing is just conjecture. Really, it's not really.
Okay, Nephrite. I guess the thing is not. For me, I think what really caused this to explode was not the cheating itself. It was the response to the cheating, because what essentially happened was that for several other male developers, there have been things like sex scandals and the like be reported on several sites, especially on Kotaku.
Okay.
Whereas for Zoe Quinn, when this was attempted, when people tried to bring it up that this was happening or anything, they got immediately shut down. It may be more that what initially caused this firestorm on multiple fronts wasn't
wait a second, Gabe.
Initially did.
Gabe, wait, not to stop you, but I want to alliterate that to Neff. When he says shut down, he doesn't just mean conversation stopped. He means
no. He's talking about
threads.
The
threads
whole...
were removed. All the conversation regarding this were removed.
Wow. Yeah.
That's not something you can easily have done. You have to have know somebody
on multiple types of sites. So it made the interest of what exactly is going on here much larger.
Right.
Also,
so in other words, what you're saying, that if had this happened to a guy, it would have been, people would have been making a bigger fuss about it.
No, less.
Less because it's the whole feminist thing, but also
so they're making a big fuss about this with Zoe Quinn, and that's the real issue.
It's not a fuss. It's not just a fuss. That's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. Okay, Neff, look at it this way. You had threads removed off of big major sites. That's not a small feat.
No,
if you look at all this, stuff that's on websites, there's a lot of shit that stays on there that people just don't care about, like whatever.
Yeah.
For somebody to go and have these threads removed off of big name sites, it's something more than just a little, he said, she said.
Okay,
also,
but
secondarily,
the threads they removed were. But the threads that they removed was her boyfriend saying all this stuff about it.
No, it was people discussing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, what is it? Like there have been some other stuff growing out from that. Like people finding out like the thing where she attempted to strangle a competing game jam in its crib to put her own game jam in its place.
Yes.
Not to mention she was using pretty under-meaning tactics to get her game greenlit on Steam when it was in there.
Because I remember hearing that she did something to get some other game. But why did she do that?
Partially because it appears so far that it was attempted to be done for literal personal gain.
Yes, personal gain. Yes, for the most part.
She attempted to sink the reputation of this other game jam by this group called the Fine Young Capitalists and replace her game jam called Rebel Jam in its place.
What ties did she have to this? What ties did she have to them? Yeah, no ties. It was just some kind of random these guys that she was trying to take down or whatever.
It was pretty much like it was done. It was done by a friend of hers. Like pretty much, she retweeted something that her friend had, where pretty much she doxed them. The thing that she has going on against her right now.
But yeah,
Okay.
overall, it's just more or less about manipulation from her because, like, from what I'm just seeing on the comments right now, is that pretty much she fucks five guys and she gets positive press, and that's how she pretty much uses her resources as manipulation with the whole
I
censoring of
mean,
all
if
that.
she,
Yeah.
if she, well, if whatever whatever game she, whatever developers or whatever these guys, whoever these guys were that she tried to shut down or whatever, that's, I mean, it doesn't sound cool at all.
Okay, apparently she complained.
Part of the thing was that that angle was not reported on several of the sites. They only reported on the misogyny. They didn't report that on that aspect at all. That's what got some people even more mad.
And the fact that
she did. So in other words, she did this, but they didn't report that. But they're reporting about the problem that everybody had with her cheating on her boyfriend.
Now you're getting it.
Completely
Also,
it.
Well,
secondarily,
okay.
I have to put this out, Nephrite. Like,
what up?
I think yesterday, like there were like 8 different articles blasted out at the same time about how like the gamer as a title is dead.
Yes.
On like 7 different sites, and like, yo, come on, that's suspicious. You don't do that. Nah, man, that's not cool. Something's up.
And it's not that a couple of people were making a big deal out of this. It's because she's done a lot of shit that's fucking up the industry. It's not cool. And the fact that people.
What has she done before? Like that's fucking up the industry. What has she done?
Well, you need to understand something. Like we were talking before. This hurts gaming journalism. Gaming journalism is already 1 foot in the trash. It's already fucked as it is. People have a big beef of it because of all the either people are selling reviews, people are giving games good press. They come out and they're total utter shit. Colonial Marines, one of the most recent ones. Duke Nukem Forever. I mean, another one.
Yeah. Okay, so
it's
So as far as she goes, herself personally, it's fucked up if she's trying to, take off this whatever game she was.
The fight, this conflict has kind of grown beyond her to pretty much be in her and the larger.
I have a thread for you to read when you're done, Neff. This will explain everything that's happened.
The reason I keep bringing her up is because she is what I'm hearing whenever I hear about anything. This whole thing, before I even understood.
Because she is the center of the debate here, and it's not just nobody cares that she cheated on her boyfriend. Nobody cares about that.
Right. Nobody should. That's none of their business. Right. That's what I'm realizing. That's what I realize. That's what I'm saying. Like, what businesses of anybody else? What she do with her boyfriend? That's
Nephrite. Essentially, this is like World War I. Okay. You know how pretty much they have that initial assassination of that Duke, and it sets off already
this whole
previous
big
beef
chain of events, right?
Yeah, pretty much. This is what happened.
Okay.
When this happened, pretty much there was pretty much a whole Twitter war between her people and pretty much everyone else.
Okay.
And pretty much all of her supporters have pretty much acted. A lot of her supporters have acted like really, really irrationally, and it's pretty much broken that trust, what little trust there was between their audience and us, to the point where they're making articles saying gamers are shit.
So forget about Zoe Quinn. What did her supporters do? What happened that what did her supporters actually do?
Well, how about this? How about the fact that? How about the fact? No, I'm gonna explain. It's okay. For lack of a better term, they are bullying everybody who doesn't support her. Put it that way. They're getting articles removed, topics removed, videos removed.
So how are they bullying her now? How are they bullying the gamers now? How are her supporters bullying the gamers that because they not supporting her? So what?
I just told you.
Yes,
I just said it.
That example regarding to one editor. Yeah, he wrote about the article, and there is proof. I mean, there's one YouTube video right there, which you should definitely check it out after this podcast. Okay. Is that once he reported this issue, he got fired.
Okay.
Yeah, people don't want to.
So they said gamers or whatever.
People don't want to. People don't want to come out. Don't want to come out publicly with this information because it is doing a lot of backlash. People are getting in trouble. People are fearful for losing their jobs.
Okay, so her supporters said something bad about gamers, and that's
no.
They're not saying that.
Simultaneous articles about how either gaming has a subculture or as like a term is dead simultaneously, like 7 of them at the same time, like on the 28th.
Sarkeesian and all that. Yes,
Okay.
Anita Sarkeesian.
But seriously,
and all
but
that.
yeah, but Neff, seriously, that article, that last link that I sent,
No,
seriously, read that.
I'll
That
read it,
explains.
I'll read
It has all the information regarding this.
Because you know what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
You like you
Okay.
guys you guys understand it on something that because there's something
Okay.
key. Because I understand the basics of what you're telling me. You know, that's what I get. That's what I wanted to know was that okay. So her supporters are, you know, being overreacting to gamers that are talking about it because they're not
But
supporting.
it's that's the thing.
White
That's the
knighting, yeah,
thing.
white
We're
knighting.
trying to explain to you. It's more than just the whole gamer bit. You know, it's more than just that. It's we as far as that concern is we could care less about that. But when you start doing shit that makes people lose their jobs, where people donate money to you because they feel you're going to do something with that money, or you're going to actually develop something like you promised them, and then you turn around and keep their money, or somebody writes something negative about you, and next thing you know, that article is removed off the net, or that video is removed off the net.
Wait, who kept the money? Who kept what money?
Dude, read the damn article.
Wait.
Zoe.
Hold
Zoe.
on. One of the things that spread this information out was that a person made a YouTube video detailing all the stuff that the boyfriend said initially. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And he made a YouTube video, and I think it's claimed that Zoe used a DMCA
Yes, to have it removed.
takedown notice. You're not
Okay.
really supposed to be able to use that for that kind of thing.
You're not.
You're
It's
not
not your permit. You don't own it. It's not yours. You
But
can't do that.
It's
But
public.
YouTube is but YouTube is very skittish about that. So you can be able
YouTube
to
is
take
a
down.
bunch of cowards. That's what they are. So okay.
But
yeah.
so essentially,
Google,
another
yeah.
person, another YouTube channel by the name of Internet Aristocrat,
Uh-huh.
who usually lampoons like Tumblr style groups.
Mhm.
He took it up and he put up two videos detailing the story of what occurred, and they're what's been able to get a lot of people to kind of fight for this.
Okay.
And that's
And-
actually the link that I sent you earlier, the very first one, that video that
Okay.
shows you
Now,
watch.
Okay. So what happened with this money thing? Who took what money?
The money is the money that people are talking about. That I guess
PayPal.
is pretty much that. I thought we were talking about the Patreon thing.
I was
okay,
asking
yeah,
about the money thing. Like somebody took some money or something, and somebody thought that they were going to be developing something. Somebody gave money to somebody. The fans or the supporters gave money to somebody, and
She does have
somebody
a
took it.
Patreon. Like Patreon works like this.
Zoe
You-
Quinn thing.
Yeah, Patreon is a website that you give money for people to develop works for you.
Okay.
Like in a general sense.
Okay.
There's
So
there's
is it kinda like
there's
Kickstarter
a
or
YouTube channel
something like
who I
that?
like who uses Patreon, who I do support.
it's something like
who-
Kickstarter or something like that, or
It's kind of like
Mm.
Kickstarter, but perpetually. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
okay.
You know how they had patrons of the arts,
Yeah.
where pretty much you give money so that these guys can live, so they can,
Right.
make the things you like.
Okay. I totally.
It's kind of the
understand
same
that,
thing.
right. Oh, okay.
So
Alright.
Zoe has that one, but
Okay.
I don't think she really does anything with it. So
Oh yeah, well that's fucked up. If she taking people money and not doing shit that she's supposed to,
Yeah, it's not because
do.
it was actually supposed to be doing for a specific purpose, not for herself. And but
Right.
that's what she's doing. She's embezzling it. Yes.
Oh well, if she's embezzling, then people should be mad. Yeah, that makes total sense.
yeah. So
Yeah, if that's what she's really doing, yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, people are giving her money.
But
So
see,
that she
that's
can
the
live-
thing. That's part of it. But yet you have people that are defending her, saying that she's not in the wrong. She's the
That she's the
victim.
victim.
Well,
Yeah,
the
and
reason
that is
that
just
people, what,
She-
whoa,
like, she
wait,
kind
the
of is,
reason
but-
people are saying that. Wait, hold on. The
Yeah,
reason
she
people are
is.
saying that because they do not know the entire story. Like I don't. I'm one of the consider me one of the all these people that's saying certain things. A lot of people like a lot of people like me will actually say things when they don't know all the facts.
Of course.
So that's what I think. That's what's going on. A lot of people are defending her because they don't know a lot of the facts.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what, Neff? Here's the honest truth from me.
What up?
As far as Zoe and anybody else like her, man or woman, I could care less what you do, how you do it, whatever. You're not affecting me directly. You're affecting the culture that I enjoy. That's what's the issue here. You're screwing
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
You're
it's
screwing
messed up, yeah.
everybody up, and then you're adding fuel to the fire where men can do this and fuck up everything, and then women are crying for equality, and we want this, and that's not fair, and you got all these other people making these videos like, hey, men are doing this, and women are just figures in the game, or they're not powerful, or they have no standing, and then you have stuff like this that comes out, and it's like,
well, yeah.
where am I supposed to look?
Also,
Yes.
this
at
kind
the
of
same
this kind of
time,
shows a bit of
but,
hypocrisy, pretty much.
exactly. That's
Because
exactly
Yes,
what
yes.
it is.
one of the
That's
things is that
exactly what
pretty
it is,
much
Gabe.
she wants to
Exactly what it
promote,
is.
like she and the people who supported her wanted to promote more women in games, more minorities in games, and stuff of that like. That's a thing that I do support.
But one thing we
However,
have to
like trying to
remember,
strangle an opposing
uh,
an opposing game jam in its crib so that you can be able to reap the benefits of that by getting all of its attention by using your network to be able to enrich yourself, and the network of very close friendships between the developers and the journalists creates a situation where pretty much things have become untenable.
Yes, you
okay,
can't even trust
now
like here in the internet now. Yes.
now check this out. Now, that is I see the hypocrisy in it, but at the same time, we got to make sure that we don't automatically associate, because there are a lot of people out
Yes.
there that
Of course, of
actually do
course.
honestly talk about women, women's rights and stuff, and whatever workplace or whatever, and they really mean it, and they don't do things. So it's a case of a few bad apples ruin it for the bunch. There's a lot of people that actually.
It's less. I think it's less that. It's just more that pretty much there's been kind of like, I'm gonna use this term. I'm gonna hope you understand it. You guys know what the term balkanization means?
No.
Do you guys know
You
what
said-
it means? Come on, just tell me.
Wait, you said what? What did you say?
Balkanization.
Balkanization. No, what's balkanization?
Pretty much. You guys remember when Bosnia had that civil war a while back?
Of course.
Yeah, pretty much. It means that pretty much there's pretty much a formation of pretty much two lines of people, and they get hyper defensive for one another.
Sure.
Now, this is the kind of thing that happened now, where there are people who want to fight for these kind of things, but much like how you have people who like playing games, but who can be really, really, really hateful, and like kind of make that a kind of badge of honor.
Right.
In a way, that's kind of one of the things that has coalesced to make this fight happen, is that the people who are who want to try to achieve more representation in the medium have kind of become in that way too.
Okay. In other words, they've become the people that are actually trying to change something. Actually, in other words, they kind of become the type of people you don't want to really associate with. Then.
Yeah.
Right,
Some people, some people have, on the defending side for her, changed their opinion. Not to be like thinking like she's totally bad or anything, but more that like this kind of the kind of things that this fight has shown that the like how we're conducting themselves and what we're trying to achieve is kind of not at the level that we think we are. We're gonna have to reevaluate how we're approaching this.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly what we got to do, because, like you said, people's actions, no matter, even if it's for good means, people's actions can become something that is totally against what they were fighting for in the first place. Right.
Yes,
Also,
and
not gonna lie, I'm going to, however, after I'm saying this really, really thoughtful moment, not gonna lie, seeing Phil Fish bitch out one more time is just too fun. I'm sorry.
You like that part?
I'm not gonna lie,
and
man.
he was
that
one of her.
that
He
was
was
hilarious.
one of her supporters.
Oh my
or
god.
What?
Yeah, he
Phil
kind of
Fish
called
was
him
one
out
of the
pretty
supporters,
badly in that
He
one.
got
so
he
now
got
I
absolutely hell out. Seriously.
So now I understand. Okay.
Yeah, like,
now I understand.
but like this is, I guess, this is kind of an ongoing fight, and not gonna lie, I think 4chan has won this pretty well, pretty much in the bag right now, because
yes,
her
and
cadre
even
her cadre of writers have kind of gotten beaten, are going to get beaten down by their editors and their advertisers right now. And I'm sorry, man. You can stand on principles for as much as you want, but like, you got to get paid. I'm sorry. Like, you got to get paid to get out of the game. That's how it is.
yes,
Gotta get paid.
I mean, to the point that
Getting paid
even
is-
4chan, GameFAQs, all these different boards, I mean, to the point to actually hate each other for the most part, actually join up to this for this issue, that's already speaking something in itself.
Not gonna lie, come on, man. This is like the fourth internet world war we've had so far. Like,
But they're fun.
That they are.
I mean,
that they are.
that's kind of one of the weird things about 4chan. Like, in all honesty, like, real talk, they can do anything they set their mind to. Anything.
It's going all anonymous on here now.
Yeah, but like they created like a pretty decent video game character pretty much straight up out of scratch, and they've they figured out a strategy how to like how to pierce through how to pierce through like the stereotypes that people had of them. We're pretty much like, you know what, we're not gonna troll. They're master trollers. We're
Right,
gonna
They
right,
are.
actually do
right.
They're the
legitimate.
king.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
you know.
legitimate conversation, and you're gonna break down because you want to get emotional, but we're not. We don't care about this. We care about seeing you suffer. And you're gonna suffer because if you think you're righteous, if you think you're righteous and you think your enemy is like inhumane, you'll do anything. And real talk, man, this is the thing that's always going to be true, guys. For me, and this goes for all of you and all of our readers here.
Right.
My enemy isn't someone who thinks the opposite of me. My enemy is the person who thinks the exact same thing as me, but 5 degrees off.
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
Because
okay.
they know, because like they know what can convince me, and they can push me to do something that's really wrong, but they can mask and cloak themselves in a language and in mannerisms that I'm comfortable with. Like,
Right.
and that's kind of a thing that I've been seeing here. And that's one of the things I want to be able to see from those so-called larger sites. Like you gotta try to discuss this. Like you can't make your audience to be your enemy. You're gonna have no audience. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Like if you there are issues that we have in our culture, straight up. That we have to try to either outgrow or learn to maneuver around. Like stuff like doxing is not really cool to do to anybody, but because of the way everybody lives kind of in public now, like this is the thing we're gonna have to contend with to try to like show people that this isn't right, because like if this keeps happening, eventually someone's gonna get shot one day, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna end up talking about this. This is America. People get shot for no reason, man.
Exactly. You know,
And
and among all these masses, there could be one person that actually takes this stuff to heart and gets pissed enough, and goes and looks for somebody that he felt wronged them, and like you said with the enemies thing, if you feel somebody's your enemy, then you have no type of
To be honest with you, I'm surprised it hasn't, because people have gotten shot and killed over worse. What about those articles back in the day where somebody killed somebody in a game online and they didn't like the fact because they found a guy and shot him?
Yeah, I mean, I guess part of that's happened also with like parents abandoning their children to die, or killing people over virtual items. Like the thing is that like those are pretty bad. But like if a gaming journalist ends up getting killed one day, like they're gonna hound us for that for a really long time.
Well,
yeah, that would probably be the final nail in the coffin with gaming journalism, because you're not gonna have any.
It probably won't be a nail in the coffin. I'm thinking more it's gonna be like what is it? What happened to comics in the 50s, where pretty much they had the Comics Code Authority and it handcuffed the medium for a really long time. Like that's what's gonna happen for a while.
Gaming as a whole can't take another hit. I mean, we're already bad enough that majority of the gamers are stereotyped as killers, because you play a Call of Duty game and some idiot decided to shoot up a school. Oh, it must be because he was playing that game. Dude, all gamers are bad.
Dude, man, we have games that make $1 billion in about 3 weeks. Like seriously, you can't do that, man. Like,
exactly.
I mean,
well,
like, we can be stereotyped pretty hard, but like we make games that make $1 billion. There are things that make $1 billion in less than 3 weeks. Money talks more than
anything. More than anything, exactly.
Like it's gonna be very bad for us and people who try to do what we do professionally, but I can't really say that. I don't believe that.
But that's one thing I like about the internet. I mean, it's like when there is bullshit, we call bullshit.
Yeah, and like you can't suppress that. That's one of the key things, man. That's one of the things that's been happening to like a lot of those Arab states, where like they tried to suppress will of the people and it's kind of exploded out.
Right.
Like this is kind of the same thing. Like if you don't allow people to at least have a pressure release valve for the kind of things that they're feeling, even if you feel is wrong, it's gonna build and build before, and it's gonna get to a point where like you feel that your audience is your enemy because you're trying to keep the lid on something you feel is truly inappropriate. If you don't allow them that space, they're gonna fight you. They're just gonna keep fighting you. There's no way around that, man.
Right.
Yep.
So I think time to wrap this up.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, heck, we've been going on to this for too long, so yeah. I mean, again, for the readers out there, you can definitely check this issue out on YouTube or anywhere else because this issue definitely needs to come to light.
Yeah, we're willing to engage with our audience about talking about this, so you can check out our Facebook page or, God forbid, our Twitter. I don't want to get I don't want to get the Outerhaven into the Twitter wars. I don't wish that on anybody.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so as well.
Okay, so final thoughts or
Hex? Final thoughts. Actually, on a positive note, I just want to thank all the listeners for checking us out, all the fans that are giving us shout outs, and also everybody on Twitter who are giving us follows. We appreciate it, and we hope that you guys and everybody who listen to us will keep giving us likes and following us to help us grow. And also, I wanted to thank our new social media admin, Miranda Kirk, for helping us out. She's the newest addition to Outerhaven.
Big props.
Big props to you, Miranda.
And we're also always looking for writers, up to the date news. We can't pay you, but hey, it's something to do. It's fun, especially if you're thinking about doing this for a career. Why not get it started out here? And we do get perks from time to time. It's fun, and you get to hang out with crazy people like Neff.
Or me.
It's a good family here, guys. We have a lot of fun here.
So yeah, if you've been galvanized by this talk about the corruption within game journalism, let you be the change in your world.
Exactly.
Be the first voice to make change.
And we just need some, some 1970s PSA music, and that'll win.
More
you can stop forest fires.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
all right, guys. Well, that's.
What about us? Like, what about you asking our final thoughts?
Oh,
what are your final thoughts? See, look at it. See, he's already trying to suppress you. God damn it.
I don't think people are going to want to join us now. So
okay,
I'm being so inconsiderate to people's final thoughts now.
Okay, I mean,
what's your final thoughts, Will?
Man, I mean, yeah, the whole topic about Zori Quinn, I mean, that thing is a topic for probably another podcast if just try to finish it up. But overall, I just hope this fire really goes down low, and yeah, hopefully people will definitely know better. And once that's up, I'm gonna be playing a Keeper strip. And I don't know about as far as concerned,
How is that? How is the Keeper strip?
Oh yes. I just want to, as a quick review for people who haven't read my review yet. A Keeper strip, it is a good strip, but it's definitely not as far as it's definitely a bootleg game for the most part. It's a bootleg game, but if you can appreciate it, you will love it.
Okay. Your game's final thought or what?
Yeah. This isn't gonna die down just yet because PAX isn't over yet.
Yeah. Yes.
There have been some words of something going on that's gonna be going on Monday. So I'm thinking on Monday the fire rises.
Labor Day's coming.
Okay.
Labor Day's coming.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing you're talking about there, Gabe?
What the fire rises?
Yes.
No, it's just beef. It's just gonna be beef. I mean, come on, guys. It's the internet. It's gonna be internet beef. Internet beef is going to happen on Monday.
People's gonna get salty. People's gonna get salty.
I mean, all I'm expecting is that feelings will get hurt. Maybe jobs will be lost.
Of course.
We're still gonna be here sniping from the sidelines.
All right.
Course. Oh yeah.
And my final thought is Nintendo, stop sucking. If you stop
sucking, come on, you gotta give.
If you stop sucking, Nintendo, good things will happen. I'll support you, and when I support you, you're being supported. That's it. And good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Night, guys.